everybody, here we go again with another beaver craft. So what are we going to do this week? Well, this week I thought we would make some fish. So here is my first Wigton fish because he's green and yellow, or she is green and yellow. And as you can see, these fish are pretty cool because they can move about as well. And I thought they just looked brilliant. So I'm going to show you how we make one of those. So to start with, you get yourself a piece of paper or card. I have some green card here, but you just use whatever you've got left. Now we do need to make this piece into a square because at the moment it's a rectangle. And there's a really good trick to making it into a square. So you need to fold it so that the two edges are together down one side. I'll show you this in a moment. That's it. So when you put those two edges together like that, and we cut this piece off, we'll be left with a square. And we do need a crease down the middle, so that's quite handy. So I'll just take off the extra excess. And there, you see, we've now got ourselves a square piece of paper with a crease down the middle. So it makes a triangle. And that's what we want to get. So that's your first bit. If you've got a square piece of paper, you need to fold it to get a crease down the middle. Then, I'll try and do this so that you can see it on the table. We need to fold the two edges into the centre. This is a little bit tricky. Might need some help with this. So that's one side I've folded in, and then I'm going to fold the other side in. Take your time with this because it really helps when you get the creases nice and straight. And there's the other side. Really pressing down on these creases. So I've ended up with like a kite shape, like so. Then open up the kite and fold it back into the triangle shape that you had it. Now what you're going to do, you're going to cut all the way up on this side, that was your folded side, to the crease line in little slots. So I'll show you what I mean. So I've got my scissors here and I'm just cutting up lots of slots to the crease line. So you can see I'm making them as even as I can. These are going to form the back of the fish, the wiggly bit. So again, take your time and don't cut over the crease, you just go into the crease. The crease is like the full stop. So cut, cut, cut. And you don't go right to the very end, you leave yourself a wee bit more. I've left a bit at the top, that's going to be the fish's head. So that's cut all down that side. The next thing you do, you open it out. So you've got a shape like so, and you're going to glue those two sides together. Now just for speed, I'm going to use good old sticky tape, double-sided tape. But like I say, you can use your glue. Hopefully you'll be getting your second craft packs. If you haven't got them already, you should be getting them soon. And you'll have some glue in there. So, just for speed, I've used my sticky tape, double-sided tape, I've stuck those together, and now I've ended up with that shape. So it's looking a lot more like the fish. You can see the bits that I cut there on the back. Okay, next thing, it's got a bit of a point at the end. Now most fishes have not got a really pointed nose, so I'm just going to use my scissors to round off that edge. So it's got a much rounder face, okay? So that's so far. Now the bit that you cut off, you need to take a little bit off there, just because you need a bit of green, because what we're looking to do, we're looking to make the bottom part now that goes in there. So I've just taken a piece of card and I'm just going to check it for width on the side of my fish, and then I'm just going to round the edges off because this will form the bottom of the fish's mouth, like so. So I've just rounded that off and that's going to stick in there. Now again, you'll use glue to stick it down, but I'm just going to put my double-sided tape on to get mine to stick. Just going to round him off a little bit more. It's a little bit square there. That's good. You guys can obviously take your time to do this. Right, come on, tape. so you would have just glued down that side, and then you just stick the green in the bottom, and that becomes your fish's mouth. Okay. The next thing that you need to do is choose a different colour now. So, what do I think might go with green? Maybe yellow. Okay. So, what I need to do next with my yellow, I need to make 2 heart shapes. And I'll show you for why in a little while. So, to make a heart shape, you just need to get yourself a square. You can fold it in half. And I'll show you with a pencil. Because I've folded it in half, I only need to draw half the shape. So I'm just looking to cut out that kind of a shape. So, again, with my scissors, round we go. Open it up. There's one heart shape. I'm going to do the same with another piece. They don't have to be the same, these 2 hearts. I think I've done a bit of a fatter heart shape this time. So, with one of your hearts, cut them up the middle. Break the heart in 2. You look like ears. So, there's your 2 shapes. Now, the first one, the one that's still all together, is going to be the fish's tail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some tape on right down the centre. But again, you use your glue. And the fish's tail goes right at the end of his body. So you just get his body, you might need to give it a bit of a squeeze. Can you see there? I've just stuck that fish's tail onto that side. And that's the fish with a tail. So these 2 bits now are going to be fins. These are what help them swim through the water. So again, you would use glue or tape if you've got it. But you're just going to go down one edge with your glue. And the fins need to point away from the fish. Not upwards, they need to go away because he's swimming through the water. I keep saying he, they are swimming through the water. And I'm just going to stick the fin down. You can actually put your hand inside the fish to help you stick it down. But I'm going to stick it down fairly near where the cut finishes, fairly near the front of the fish. So that they've got their fins helping them go through the water. And then the second one, just take the tape off again. And this one has to match up the other side. So again, I'm just going to put my hand inside the fish to help squish it down. So now I have fins and a tail on my fish. The next thing that you'll see that this fish has got is a big tongue. So I'm going to get the yellow and I'm just going to take a square and I'm going to round it off like so. And I'm just testing to see if it's the right shape. It's a little bit wide, that's all. Make it a little bit thinner. Don't need his tongue quite so wide. There you go. So that's the yellow and that's going to go inside the tongue. So again, you would glue all this, but I will just use a piece of tape to show you for speed. So you would glue the whole of the underside, and when you're gluing this on, you need to leave a little bit of the green showing all around it, like so. So there you see, I've glued the yellow on in there and I've left a bit of green around the outside. So that's my fish almost done, but he's not going to see very well, is he? I need to do 2 eyeballs. So I've got myself a white piece of paper and I'm just going to cut out 2 eyeball shapes. Now I want my fish to have big eyes, big pair of eyes. So I've got 2 pieces of card here, 2 pieces of paper, sorry, not card, and I've put one piece on top of the other so that even though I'm cutting out one shape, I'm being very careful, I'm ending up with 2 exactly the same. Then I just need to get myself black felt tip and I need to draw the pupils on. Now the pupil is the black bit of your eye. So I'm going to draw the pupil on that one, nice big pupil, and then this one, we're just going to put this on like so. And now we're going to put 1 tape, 2 tape, but again, you would use glue. And take off the tape, and then you look at the front of your fish and you stick 1 on that side and 1 on that side, and there you have it. One rather fancy fish. You could have a few of these, couldn't you? You could have a family of fish. There you go, 1, 2, swimming along. You could maybe have them as decorations and hang them up in your bedroom. I think they're brilliant. Anyway, you have fun with that this week, and I shall see you next week. Take care. Bye.